Okay, so you might want to check the fridge before you make dinner tonight. There's been more than 7 million pounds of hot dogs being recalled. USDA says there have been customers who've reported.
I spent 6 weeks investigating what's inside the hot dogs Australians feed their kids. What I found will ruin sausage sizzles forever. Those Frankfurts at Woolies and Coles, the ones at every school canteen and servo, they're not meat. They're mechanically separated protein. Industry code for what's scraped off the bones after they've taken everything else. The red casing hides the truth. The label doesn't explain it. And nobody talks about it. Today, I'm exposing 6 hot dog brands you need to avoid, ranked from bad to absolute worst, and 3 that won't poison your family. Stick around. Number 1 is at every Bunnings in Australia. Let's expose them all. Brand number 6, Woolworths/Coles Home, brand Frankfurts. Walk into any Woolies or Coles right now. The home brand Frankfurts are sitting in the chiller section for $3.50 to $4. Cheapest option in the entire aisle. And Australian families buy them by the thousands every single day because times are tough and you need to feed the kids. Here's what you're actually buying. Open a pack of Woolworths Essentials Frankfurts right now. Look at the ingredient list. Mechanically separated chicken. That's the first ingredient, not chicken. Mechanically separated chicken. That means paste scraped from chicken bones under high pressure. Then comes water, then salt, then potato starch as a filler, then preservatives 250 and 251, which are sodium nitrite and sodium nitrate. Then thickeners, flavors, antioxidants. The actual chicken content, around 65 to 70%. The rest is filler and chemicals. But here's what makes budget Frankfurts particularly dangerous for Australian kids. That's sodium nitrite and sodium nitrate. They're used to preserve the pink color and prevent botulism. But when you cook them at high heat, like on a BBQ, they can form compounds called nitrosamines. And nitrosamines are classified as probable carcinogens by the World Health Organization. The home brand strategy is simple. Make it cheap enough that price-conscious families can't say no. Use the cheapest possible protein source. Add enough salt and flavor enhancers to make it taste acceptable, and hope nobody reads the ingredient list. One home brand Frankfurt contains around 400 milligrams of sodium. That's nearly 20% of the daily recommended limit for kids, and most kids eat 2 or 3 at a time. You're hitting half their daily sodium intake in a single meal. That's how you create hypertension and cardiovascular issues before they're even teenagers. Woolworths and Coles know exactly what they're doing. They put these products at eye level. They make the packaging bright and appealing. They price them so low that even skeptical parents think it can't be that bad for $4. But it is. You're just paying with your family's health instead of your wallet. If you're a budget-conscious family trying to stretch every dollar at the supermarket, this is the trap they've set for you. The cheapest option is always the most expensive when you calculate the health cost. But if you think home brand is bad, wait until you see what the premium imports are hiding. Brand number 5. Oscar Mayer, the American classic. The brand from all those nostalgic TV commercials. The hot dog that kids love to bite. You see them in the imported food section at Woolies or specialty stores. Premium price. American heritage. Surely these are better than home brand? Wrong. Oscar Mayer is owned by Kraft Heinz, and everything Kraft Heinz makes is engineered for maximum profit with minimum ingredient cost. These Frankfurts are manufactured in the United States under American food regulations, which are significantly looser than Australian standards in many categories. Let me show you what's inside. An Oscar Mayer Classic Wiener contains mechanically separated turkey and mechanically separated chicken, not whole turkey or chicken. Separated paste. Then comes water, corn syrup, and less than 2% of actual beef. The beef is there, so they can claim it's not pure poultry paste. Then the chemical cocktail begins. Salt, potassium lactate, sodium phosphates, flavor, sodium diacetate, sodium erythorbate, sodium nitrite, and extractives of paprika. That's 11 different chemical compounds designed to preserve, color, and flavor what is essentially processed poultry waste. But here's what makes Oscar Mayer particularly problematic for Australian families. These are imported frozen, shipped halfway around the world, and sold at premium prices because of the American branding. You're paying $8 to $10 for 8 hot dogs made from the same mechanically separated paste as home brand, just with American packaging. The sodium content in Oscar Mayer Frankfurts is astronomical. One wiener contains 510 milligrams of sodium. That's 22% of the daily recommended intake in a single hot dog. And the corn syrup adds unnecessary sugars that Australian kids don't need. Kraft Heinz spent millions on those nostalgic Oscar Mayer commercials in the 1980s and 90s. They built brand loyalty in American kids who are now Australian parents buying imported products for their own children. That's multi-generational marketing at work, and you're falling for it every time you pay premium prices for American processed meat paste. If you're a parent who grew up watching American TV and thought Oscar Mayer was the good hot dog, they've been playing you since childhood. Nostalgia is their most profitable marketing tool. But at least Oscar Mayer is honest about being American. The next brand pretends to be something it's not. Brand number 4, Hans Continental Frankfurts. Look at the packaging. The name Hans sounds German. The word continental suggests European quality. The premium positioning in the chiller section. The price point sitting between home brand and artisan. Everything about Heinz screams, this is the good stuff. Here's the truth. Heinz is owned by the Woolworths Group, the same company that makes those $3.50 home brand Frankfurts. This isn't a German family recipe. This is corporate brand engineering designed to capture customers who think they're upgrading. Check the ingredient list on Hans Continental Frankfurts. Meat including pork and chicken. Notice they don't specify what kind of meat or what parts. Under Australian labelling laws, meat including is code for we're using the cheapest cuts and offal we can legally include. Then comes water, salt, soy protein, and the same preservatives as every other mass market Frankfurt. Sodium nitrite 250 and sodium nitrate 251. The only real difference between Hans and Woolworths Essentials? Better quality control and slightly less filler. You're paying an extra $3 or $4 for marginally less water content and premium branding. The core product is still mechanically processed meat with chemical preservatives. One Hans Frankfurt contains 380 milligrams of sodium and uses soy protein as a filler and binder. If your kids have soy sensitivities, you won't realize it until they've eaten half the pack, because the soy is hidden under vague terms like vegetable protein. Woolworths created Hans to capture the market segment that won't buy home brand but can't afford proper artisan sausages. It's corporate stratification. Same company, same factories, different packaging, higher margins. If you're a middle-class family shopping at Woolies, thinking Hans is the quality upgrade, you're paying extra for the same corporate meat paste with better branding. Woolworths is robbing you twice in the same aisle. If you're finding this information valuable, do me a favor. Hit that like button and subscribe so more Australian families can learn the truth about what they're actually feeding their kids. We're only halfway through, and it gets worse. The next brand comes from across the Tasman, and New Zealand's reputation for quality food is about to take a hit. Brand number 3. Heller's drive into any servo across Australia. Check the pie warmer. There's always Heller's Frankfurts sitting there under the heat lamps. The Kiwi import that's become an Australian road trip staple. New Zealand brand, so it must be better quality, right? Here's what you're actually eating. Heller's Frankfurts are made with mechanically separated meat. The packaging says made in New Zealand, which makes Australians think they're getting grass-fed quality. But mechanically separated is mechanically separated regardless of which country processes it. Look at a Heller's Jumbo Frank. The ingredient list shows meat including beef and pork, then water making up nearly 20% of the product. Then salt, soy protein, preservatives 250 and 251, thickener 407, carrageenan, antioxidant 316, and flavor enhancer 621. That's MSG. They're adding monosodium glutamate to make processed meat paste taste like actual meat. But here's what makes Heller's particularly concerning for Australian families on the road. These Frankfurts are designed for heat lamp warming at petrol stations and convenience stores. That means they're formulated to sit under heat for hours without spoiling. The preservative load is higher. The sodium content is higher. Everything about them is engineered for shelf stability, not nutrition. One Heller's Frankfurt contains 450 milligrams of sodium. And the MSG triggers addictive eating patterns in kids. Your child eats one at the servo, their brain gets a flavor hit from the MSG, and suddenly they're asking for Heller's every time you stop for petrol. and you're paying premium prices for this. Hellers positions itself as a quality New Zealand brand. You'll pay $2.50 to $3 per frankfurt at a servo. That's $8 to $10 for a family of 4. You could buy a whole roast chicken for that price. But Hellers knows Australians associate New Zealand with quality food, so they charge accordingly. If you're a family making regular road trips and stopping at servos for quick meals, Hellers has turned your convenience into their profit centre. And your kids are getting addicted to MSG-laced meat paste in the process. We've covered the budget trap, the nostalgic import, the fake European brand, and the Kiwi convenience scam. But the next 2 brands, these are the ones that betray Australian trust at the deepest level, because they were ours, and they sold out. Brand number 2, Primo. This is the one that hurts, because Primo was Australian, founded in Adelaide in 1985. Built a reputation on quality small goods, became an iconic Aussie brand that families trusted. The bacon, the ham, the frankfurts, all Primo. Then in 2011, everything changed. Primo was sold to Simplot Australia. And Simplot is owned by the American Simplot Company, one of the largest food processing corporations in the world. Your Australian small goods brand is now controlled by an American conglomerate. Since the Simplot takeover, the recipe's changed. Go talk to anyone who worked in Primo's Adelaide facility before and after 2011. They'll tell you the sourcing changed. The ingredient quality changed. The entire manufacturing process was optimized for cost reduction. Look at Primo cocktail frankfurts today. Meat including pork, chicken, and beef. That vague meat including phrase again. Water as the second ingredient. Salt, soy protein, mineral salts 451 and 452, preservatives 250 and 251, antioxidant 316, thickener 407, flavor enhancer 621, and spice extracts. That's a cocktail of chemicals, not a cocktail frankfurt. One Primo cocktail frankfurt contains 340 milligrams of sodium, in a product that's designed for children's parties and school lunches. And in the MSG they add, ensures kids will prefer Primo over real sausages from the butcher. That's deliberate flavour engineering to capture lifelong customers. If you're a patriotic Australian who buys Primo because you think you're supporting local, you're actually sending profits to Idaho while feeding your family. American optimized processed meat. The Adelaide branding is just a costume. Before we get to number 1, if you're still watching this and realizing how badly you've been deceived, smash that like button and share this with every Australian parent you know. They need to see what's coming next. Because number 1 isn't just bad. It's the brand that owns the entire Australian small goods industry. And what they're putting in those red casings will make everything else on this list look like amateur hour. Brand number 1, Don Small Goods. This is Australia's number 1 selling small goods brand. Walk into any Woolies, Coles, IGA or Aldi. Don dominates the entire chiller section. Don Hungarian salami, Don shaved ham, Don frankfurts. The red and white packaging is everywhere. Let me show you what's really in those red casings. Don classic frankfurts contain meat, including pork and chicken, water, salt, soy protein, then the chemical preservative cocktail. Mineral salts, 450, 451, 452. Preservatives, 250 and 251. Antioxidant, 316. Thickener, 407. Dextrose. Flavor enhancer, 621. Spice extracts. But here's what makes Don the worst of the worst. The sheer market dominance. Don doesn't just sell frankfurts. They've captured the entire Australian small goods category. When you buy processed meat in Australia, chances are you're buying Don or one of their subsidiary brands. That market dominance means they can optimize for maximum profit with minimum accountability. They can use the cheapest possible meat sources. They can add maximum fillers. They can load products with sodium and MSG. And Australians will keep buying because Don is everywhere. And it's what people know. One Don Frankfurt contains 410 milligrams of sodium, and uses 3 different mineral salts as stabilizers and emulsifiers. Those mineral salts, particularly polyphosphates 450 through 452, have been linked to kidney problems and cardiovascular issues in multiple studies. But Don knows what they're doing. They've spent decades building brand recognition. They sponsor sporting teams. They're at every community BBQ. They're in every school canteen. They've made themselves synonymous with Australian food culture. And now they're too big to fail. The processing standards at Don are exactly what you'd expect from a corporation optimizing for shareholder returns. Maximum mechanically separated meat, maximum filler, maximum preservatives, minimum actual quality protein, all hidden under that friendly red and white branding that Australians have trusted for generations. If you're literally any Australian family who's ever thrown a sausage sizzle, packed a school lunch, or grabbed something quick from the deli section, Don has you. They've systematically captured every use case, every price point, every category. That's not market success. That's market monopoly. And your family is paying the price. Go check your fridge right now. Seriously, go check your fridge right now. Pull out every package of Frankfurt's Devon processed ham. Line them up on your kitchen bench. Look at the brands. Count how many are Don, Primo, Hans, Hellers. Look at the ingredient lists. Find the words mechanically separated. Find the meat including phrases. Find the MSG listed as Flavor Enhancer 621. Now think about how many times this week you've fed these products to your kids. How many times you've told yourself it's just a quick meal. How many times you threw them on the BBQ without reading the label. This isn't food. It's industrial meat waste, reformulated with chemicals, and sold back to you with nostalgic branding. And your kids are eating it multiple times a week. Here's what real Frankfurts look like. They're made by actual butchers using specific cuts of meat that you can identify. Pork shoulder, beef chuck, not meat including, or mechanically separated. They use natural casings, they add traditional spices, and yes, they cost more because real meat costs more than rendered paste. The brands I'm about to show you won't be everywhere. You might need to visit a proper butcher or order online. But if you care about what goes in your kids' mouths, this is worth the effort. Here are 3 options you can actually trust. Safe. Pick number 1. Schul's Organic Butchers, certified organic. They're based in South Australia, and they make proper organic Frankfurts with ingredients you can pronounce. Organic grass-fed beef, sea salt, organic spices, natural casings. That's it. No nitrites, no MSG, no mechanically separated anything. They're certified organic by Australian Certified Organic. You can order online or find them at select independent grocers. Yes, they cost $16 to $18 per kilo compared to $6 for Don. But you're getting actual beef instead of processed meat paste. For health-conscious families willing to invest in real food, this is your gold standard. Safe. Pick number 2. Coles RSPC. A-approved beef Frankfurts. Not perfect, but honest. These are made with RSPCA approved beef, which means better animal welfare standards. The ingredient list is transparent. Beef, water, salt, mineral salt, preservatives. Yes, they still use some additives, but at least you know it's actual beef, not mechanically separated mystery meat. And they're widely available at Coles. This is the accessible middle ground for families who can't access artisan butchers. For everyday Australian families who shop at Coles and need a realistic better option, this is your compromise choice. Safe. Pick number 3, your local butcher. Stop buying Frankfurts from supermarkets entirely. Find a proper butcher in your area. Ask them to make you beef or pork sausages without the industrial processing. You can watch them make it. You can see the meat they're using. You can request no MSG, no nitrites, no fillers. It costs more. It requires effort. But it's the only way to guarantee you're feeding your family actual food instead of corporate chemistry experiments. For any family who has access to an independent butcher, this is always your best option. Build that relationship. Support local. Know your food source. Go through your fridge right now. Throw out every package of processed Frankfurts you find. Don't give them to your kids just this once. Bin them. Then find a real butcher. Buy real sausages made from real meat. Yes, it costs more, but your family's health isn't negotiable. The corporations won by making you think processed meat is normal. It's not. It's industrial waste reformulated for profit. You deserve better. Your kids deserve better. Stop buying it. If this video opened your eyes, hit the like button and share it with other Australian parents. Subscribe because next week I'm exposing what's really in Australia's most popular chicken nugget brands. You'll want to see that one. Now go check your fridge again and make better